Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your NJpw wrestling results. Call to Arms 2014 results posted by Vintage Wrestling from June the 15th. The event, Soul Assassin Corey Chambers defeated Afro Boy by submission when Afro Boy passed out after being locked in a modified Cobra camel clutch variation. The Buddy System defeated the Power when Jonathan Grover delivered a diving headbutt on Barrington Hughes. The Future, John Davis, with Shane Doe, pinned Sebastian Cruz 3 seconds around the world. Jason Falcone successfully defended the Vintage Internet TV Championship, defeating the Cokie Kid, Sebastian Cruz, and the Real Deal Mike Cruz by roll-up. Death Row made short work of his two opponents in a handicap match. Milo Beasley retained the Vintage Heavyweight Championship after pinning Slavic Raw by Roaring Elbow. All-Pro Leo Gold defeated Dagan Briggs with the Hellacious Spear. Beast Mode with Billy Wood defeated the Circle of Disrespect to retain the Vintage Tag Team titles following an inadvertent K5 from the Francisco Fiasco. So, on to Thomas says, due to the power being tossed into Siatso's face by Billy Wood. Return to join the next event, July 12th, the hottest event of the summer when Vintage Wrestling presents Summer Bash 2014. I Believe in Wrestling results, believe 73 from June 21st. Match number 1, Otto Panda defeated Joey Mayberry by pinfall. Gabriel Black defeated Johnny Stooge with a swinging neck breaker. Brittany defeated Blake Archer with an impact driver. Jason Rance defeated Earl Cooter with a chasing driver to retain the Florida Heritage Championship. Jason Cade defeated Sweet Thang Willie with Black Magic with a detonation kick. Russell Payne defeated Chico Adams with a claw. Rhett Giddens defeated Josh Hess with an F5 on a chair to retain the Florida Heavyweight Championship. I Believe in Wrestling return to the Team JoJo on Sunday, July the 6th at 6 p.m. Full Impact Pro will be at JCC in Maitland. I Believe in Wrestling has a special event coming up. More details or by the newsletter. Subscribe to the emailing yourself at floridaprowrestling@gmail.com. Also on the website, IBelieveInWrestling.com. Also, FloridaIndies.com. I Believe in Wrestling results, 74 results from June 25th. From the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida on June 25th, Jason Rance defeated Jason Cade with a chasing driver to retain the Florida Heritage Championship. Chico Adams defeated Sweet Thang Willie with a schoolboy. Rhett Giddens defeated Joey Mayberry with an F5 to retain the Florida Heavyweight title. Rhett Giddens defeated Russell Payne with a BBC to retain the Florida Heavyweight title. Chaser Rance defeated Chico Adams with a chasing driver to retain the Florida Heavyweight title. Chaser Rance then defeated Josh Hess with the chasing driver to retain the Florida Heavyweight Championship. Well, they all had a big double event matches. And Florida Heavyweight Champion Rhett Giddens. Florida Heavyweight Champion Rhett Giddens. And Sweet Thing Willie defeated Joey Mayberry, and Russell Payne with Willie pinned Mayberry with a frog splash. Jason Rance defeated Josh Hess with the chasing driver to retain the Florida Heritage Championship. Florida Heavyweight Champion Rhett Giddens and Sweet Thing Willie then faced And Gabriel Black with Lizzie Paris defeated Joey Mayberry and Russell Payne and Chico Adams when Giddens pinned Adams with a F5. Josh Hess defeated Sweet Thing Willie with a Mafia kick. Match number 10. Florida Heritage Champion Jason Rance versus Florida Heavyweight Champion Rhett Giddens in a title versus title match ended in a no contest when Mayberry, Payne, Adams, and Hess ran in. And no, that's not Payne from PEW. Match number 11, the main event. Rhett Giddens won and over the top battle royal in the last eliminating Jason Rance. And I return to the Team Vision Dojo in Orlando, Florida, July 6th at 6 p.m. More tickets on that. Go to their website. And scheduled for appearance, Rhett Giddens, your Florida Heritage Champion, Chancellor Rance, TNA Knockout Brittany, Maxwell, Chicago, Chico Adams, Tristan Sheili, Otto Padna, Sweet Thing Willie, Gabriel Black, and Lizzie Paris with Dr. James Scott, Joey Mayberry, Sebastian Cruz, Russell Payne, and more. And the Commissioner Josh Rich will also be there. WWN Ambassador Trevin Adams with Johnny Stooge, and ring announcer Heather Lynn. General admission are only $10 for all the events at IBelieveInWrestling.com. PWX from June 28th from High Point, North Carolina. Chris Shawsmove Lee defeated Hard Knocks Craig Huffman and the Tommy Thomas after a Ganazuki clutch. Cauliflower Chase Brown was out to say he unfortunately wasn't medically cleared to compete in the three-way match. Later on, Brown says he will be back and take this time to figure out his recent turmoil with the terror sex. At this point, ring announcer Chastity Taylor approached Brown with an angered Tessa Blanchard. If you didn't know, that's the daughter of the Four Horsemen. Challenge Taylor to a match later in the night. Son of the South, Billy Brash, defeated the party animal Zane Riley with a sliding lariat. Brash had racked up 6 straight wins since coming back to PWX. Five-star King Anthony Henry defeated the Southern Savior John Steiner by disqualification after a low blow in a brawl. Steiner handcuffed Henry to the rope after the match until Amber Young came in for the save. Derek Vanderford comes out at intermission running down the brainwashed PWX talent and fans. PWX owner Brian Kalabrowski came out, cut Vanderford's mic, and had him ejected from the building. Vanderford said next month he'd be back, and there was nothing anyone would be able to do about it. Tessa Blanchard then defeated Chastity Taylor with a slingshot back suplex. Very good showing for both ladies. Mr. Elite Drew Myers came out and said that he now doesn't have a match. He decided to give the fans a treat. Lifeguard edition, Drew Myers. Jackson James came out and challenged Myers to a match. Jackson James then defeated Lifeguard edition, Drew Myers with a fireman's carry into a neck breaker. The Bravado brothers of Harlem and Lancelot defeated worst case scenario Elijah Evans IV and Ethan Case. Tommy Thomas, after a double team rolling cutter, the Bravado said that they are going to better themselves in Europe. When they return, they want a shot at whoever is holding the PWX tag titles. PWX Heavyweight Champion Cedric Alexander defeated PWI International Ultra J Champion and PWX ITV Champion Lance Lude in an excellent double title main event. Alexander pinned Lude with a brainbuster. Lude's ITV title was only on the line for the first 10 minutes per PWX rules, therefore Lude retains his titles as well. And thanks to the credit of PW Pondering. House of Glory presents Uprising results. June 28, 2014 from Ridgewood, New York. a student show. Attendance 200 plus in attendance. And they had some dedicated and faithful fans. They were into the show and the entire time during the good and the bad. Amazing Red opened the show, put over the fans, most of all put over his students, and give them the spotlight that they earned from the hard work that they have been putting in during their training. Very respectful of him. You can see Red being the proud papa of his kids growing into potential stars. Bones versus Ken Broadway with Two Fly, Mikey Kid. And the winner of the match, Bone School Boys, with a decent back and forth match. Ken Broadway is very over and very solid worker. He has potential to be a huge star. Gabriel Black versus Nick. And the winner was by disqualification due to outside interference, Nick. Fit a four-way dance. Panda versus Andy Lee Ray versus Chris Bison versus Alex Mason with Ariella Nick. Mason pinned Andy Lee Ray. Chris Bison and Panda pinned Alex Mason. He's very talented and shine on the card. He looked the best. X debuted and spoke for about 20 minutes about people hiding behind masks and facades. Not much more to that. Smiley and Mark Quinn won their tag match, but cannot remember who they faced. Falcon versus Smooth Blackman, and Smooth Blackman won that match. Romeo Romano versus Draconis. The winner of that match was Draconis. They seem to have gone in slow motion. Way too long. Main event, AR Fox and BXL versus Anthony Gangone and Joey Janela. AR Fox was injured in a cast due to a broken wrist and still put on a great show with usual spots. This match was better than expected. AR Fox was wet for low lane pain on Joey. Gargone hit him with a huge elbow smash, and Joey scored the pinfall over Fox. This match had wrestling, brawling, and high flying. Great way to end the show. All four men went up all out on this match. After the match, Joey and Gargone attacked BXL with a steel chair, adding insult to injury. It was a very fun show. The crowd was well into it the whole night. During the intermission, Smiley came out to entertain the crowd. Was very solid and knows how to work the crowd. After the show, all wrestlers signed autographs and took pictures with the fans in appreciation for the fans. And again, thanks to PW Funny for the credit for the news. Wrestling is fun. Bannister got Galactica. June 28th, results from Reading, Pennsylvania. Credit from Dave Mascarella. Pre-show note, crowd was about 50 to 75. Ring announcer was Brandon. Gavin Loudspeaker was not there. Mike Quackenbush was also not on commentary, even though he tweeted earlier in the week that he would be. LFC called the main event by himself. Also, there was no manager in any matches tonight, which meant no Sydney Bacabella, Kimberly, or Polar Baron. The result, Max Matchmaster pinned Ophidian, Baltic Siege, which is a Thunder Frog and Snow Troll, defeating Los Ice Creams. Dragon Shinron pinned Jaka. Hot Topic Harris Postdale defeated the Match Magician. Pieces of Hate over Night Eye for the Pirate Guy. Oleg lands off his head to defeat Eric Corvus. Throwbacks of Dasher Hatfield and Mr. Touchdown are victorious over the Proletariat, Boar of Moldova, and Mr. Azerbaijan. Juan Francisco de Coronado defeated Amathus to become the Banana Champion. Thoughts on the event? Typical solid show from WIF. While nothing was really must see, it was a good, fun 2.5 hours. It was a good way to get the Chikara style show, but on a much smaller scale, the Reading shows defeated uh, definitely draw less people than the typical WIF shows in Easton and even in Morristown, Pennsylvania. However, the crowd is always lively and into everything, which makes it a very fun atmosphere. The biggest single came out of the show is the Pieces of Hate that reclaimed the Championados, Dave Peros, after beating KE4 TPG. So they now hold the belts again and will most likely be facing the throwbacks at either the New York City or Boston shows for Chicago next month. Kimberly was not at ringside with KE4 TPG, so I imagine she'll be pretty mad at Lance Steele when she finds out. The best match was Jaka versus Shinron. Very solid match of a lot of action spilling onto the floor and around the ring. There was a small Beyond Wrestling chant during the beginning of the match. Baltic Siege versus Los Ice Creams was a very entertaining and hilarious match, as Los Ice Creams both brought out many illegal weapons and hid them in the crowd before the match. They also stole my phone and tweeted from it as well. In the end, it was Thunderfrog's hammer, which spelled doom for the Los Ice Creams. Well, it should have been a match, because I would have melted them. That's my phone in there. Other hilarious match was the debut of the Math Magician versus the also debuting Harris Pastel. The Math Magician was an evil math teacher who could calculate math problems faster than a calculator, which he demonstrated before the match. At the end of the match, Harris Pastel was able to demask the Math Magician and roll him up for a 3 count. After the match, a 10-year-old kid was interviewed and announced to the crowd that the Math Magician was in fact his math teacher at school, Mr. Ticklefeather. Later in that night, it was announced that the decision was actually reversed due to the demasking, and the Math Magician actually won by disqualification. However, he came out without the mask or with the mask, and said since everyone knew his identity, he must leave and never come back. So I guess the gimmick is one and done deal. The main event was a really solid match after some really sick spots, including a German suplex by JFDC on the ring apron. He also nailed a awesome looking buckle bomb on Amasis near the end of the match. The finish came when JFDC hit another German suplex from the top rope, and Amasis nearly landed right on his head. Similar to a brain buster. The match really put over how good of a wrestler Juan Francisco really is. Out of all the wrestling is wrestlers, I feel like he has become the best of that group. He really is the new Aquarius or Icarus. And again, my thanks to PW Funny for the result. IWA, Miss Royal Day of Death. Queen of Death Matches in afternoon, King of Death Matches in evening. From June 28th, results from New Albany, Indiana. Queen of Death Matches. Opening match, Lufisto defeated Jordine Grace with Rodney Rush by Cradle DDT. Congo Kong came out and shoved Lufisto down, but Grace prevented him from slashing Luffy. She slapped Congo, who chokeslammed her. Lufisto helped Grace to the back. First round, Queen of the thing match, attacks, ladders, and cane. Heidi Lovelace versus Hudson Envy. Heidi won after powerbombing Envy off the ladder into the tax. Envy was bleeding from the head. First round, glass match. Mistress Burgundy versus Randy West with Rodney Rush. Randy pinned Burgundy after splashing her into a pane of glass from the top rope. Both women beat each other with light tubes. First round, barbed wire, dog collar. Cat o' nine tails on a pole. Thunder Kitty versus Jules Malone. The crowd didn't know what to make of Malone, but this Match consisted of bricks being used to hit people in the face. Both men being thrown into chairs and generally beating the hell out of each other. Thunder Kitty advances after choking out Jules with a barbed wire dog paw. First round, barefoot, four corners of death taps, tubes, and rubbing alcohol. Kiki Rose versus Lou Dart, shakes hands as Lou Dart pinned Kiki after been putting through pits of glass and tack. Now we get to the semifinals. Bats with shit on them. Randy West with Rodney Rush versus Thunder Kitty. These two beat the hell out of each other using the bats and attacks, nails, and Legos on them. As Randy gets to the finals after hitting a face buster on a chair. I guess over those shit faced the fence there. Get it? That's it. Okay. Another semifinals. Fans bringing the weapons match. Heidi Lovelace versus Ludok Satan. These two used pans, bats, with toothpicks in them. And finally it came down to light tubes. Heidi hit Ludark in the head with a pack of tubes and was hit in the back with some in return. Ludark advanced to the finals after suplexing Heidi into a cluster of light tubes and light bulbs. Heidi's back was covered in shards as she walked to the back. And in the finals, Ludark takes hands versus Randy West with Rodney Rush. Painted glass in one corner, clusters of light tubes in two corners, and thumbtack bat in the last. Barbed wire wrapped on a table on the outside. Randy West defeated Lou Dart Satan to become the 2014 Queen of the Death Match. Now we got to the King of the Death Match. Non-tournament tag match. BJ Whitmer and Michael Edgem defeated Mason and Devin Cutter. I believe that could be Mason Ryan. I'm not mistaken. This is Mason. First round, King of the Death Match. Barefoot bulbs, Legos, tack. Christian Skyfire versus Josh Crane. Both men went into a pit full of bulbs and hit each other with light tubes. Josh Crane advances after hitting Skyfire with a Death Valley driver into the light tube. Another first round match. Panes of glass, hot cold. Mean Mitch Page versus the Suicide Kid, Jacob Boyer. These two went through several glass panes until Mitch got defeated after putting Suicide Kid through a pane by a side slam. Another first round match. Ladders and tables wrapped around barbed wire. Devon Moore versus Ron Mathis. Match ended after Devon Moore jumped off the roof of the bar, but Mathis moved and pinned Devon. Another first round match. Bull Bronson versus John Wayne Murdoch, where everything has nails and toothpicks in it. Bats, pool toys, signs, everything. The man sees Murdoch use a real taser to Bronson's balls. Then a hard kick to the head to get the win. That's a move that court caution should use. It's always going balls to the wall. Okay, another last one or two more first round matches. Fans bringing the weapons. The Freak Show versus Corporal Robinson, substituting for Masada. The Corporal wins after sweeping Freak Show back into the light tube. And then the last of the first round, best of 7 log cabins. Matt Tremont versus Jesse Amato. They had it tied 3-3, but Tremont won after chokeslamming Amato through a stack of chairs that had a log cabin of glass on it, as well as a pane of glass. Semi-final three-way dance, total elimination. Josh Crane with John Gray versus Mitch Page versus Corporal Robinson. Tons of shit in and around the ring. Corporal had just hit the boot camp on Page when out comes Congo Kong, who powerbombed Robinson into a pile of shards of glass. As he lays there, Crane places a chair on him and double stomps from the top rope to eliminate Robinson. As Mitch gets to his knees, Crane knees light tubes into Page's face and gets the 3 count. Josh Crane is a finalist in the King of the Death Matches. Semifinals, John Wayne Murdoch versus Ron Mathis versus Matt Trimmer. Murdoch eliminates Mathis after hitting a Canadian destroyer and a pile driver. Then Trimmer gets the win after hitting a Death Valley driver on Murdoch. And in your finals, Josh Crane versus Matt Trimmer. Barbed wire wrapped on all sides of the ring rope. Light tubes and X's, and all 4 sides attached to the rope. Painted glass in one corner, board with gusset tiles attached to it. That's with nails, toothpicks. Well, they must have brought Janet from Abyss. Toothpicks and tacks on apron sides. Tremont wins after putting Crane through a pane of glass, and that was lit on fire. After the match, Eon praised Matt Tremont and Josh Crane, and Tremont put over Crane as well. The two shook hands and then hugged the 2014 King of the Death Match winner, Matt Tremont. And again, thanks to PW Refinery for the credit. The following results are from Preston City Wrestling. Tribute to the troops at Preston Flag Market, Preston, on June 28, 2014. Martin Kirby defeated Noam Dar by pinfall. Dave Massis defeated Zach Gibson by pinfall. Chris Chavez defeated El Ligero by pinfall. Lana Austin defeated Jenna, which was interrupted by Madman Manson and Danny Hope, which led to a catwalk and dancing. PCW Cruiserweight Champion Bubblegum defeated Dean Allmark by pinfall to retain the PCW Cruiserweight title. PCW Tag Team Championship, no disqualification match. Team Single defeated Legion of Boom to retain the PCW Tag Team title. PCW Championship, Joey Hayes defeated Carlito by pinfall to retain the PCW Championship. T-Bone, Rampage Brown, and Bubblegum appeared, causing a distraction to Carlito. Following a match, Chris Masters, Dave Rain, and Dean Allmark came to the ring, and then an 8-man tag match was announced. 8-man tag team of Carlito, Chris Masters, Dave Rain, and Dean Allmark defeated Joey Hayes, Rampage Brown, T-Bone, and Bubblegum. Thanks to Ben Corrigan for the results from that show. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Kazuna Road 2014, June 28th results. Well, there were 2,500 spectators, which is overcrowded for that arena, so they say. Ryusuke Taguchi versus Sho Tanaka. Winner of the match, Taguchi in 9 minutes 25 seconds, following a Jodan. Jushin Thunder Liger and Mascara Dorado versus Tiger Mask 4 and Fuego. Winner of the match, Dorado in a 6 minute 37 seconds with a jumping cradle on Fuego. Match number 3, Kushida and Alex Shelley versus El Desperado and Bushi. Winner of the match, Shelley. 9 minute 17 second match following an I-94 on Bushi. Match number 4, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Satoshi Kojima, and Hiroki Goto versus Yuji Nagata, Manabu Nakanishi, and Captain New Japan. Winner of the match, Goto, in 11 minutes 40 second match. Following the Show Tenkai on Captain. Match number 5, Toru Yano and Yoshi Hashi versus Minoru Suzuki and Takahashi Izuka. Winner of the match, Suzuki in 9 minutes 36 seconds, following the Gotch style power driver on Hashi. Match number 6, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kazuchika Okada, Tomohiro Ishii, Rocky Romero, and Alex Kozlov versus Bad Luck Fail, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, Yujiro Takahashi, and Tonga. As Okada won a 20 minute 30 second match following the Rainmaker on Tonga. Match number 7, Hiroshi Tanahashi debut 15th anniversary match. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Tetsuya Naito versus Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma. Winner of the match, Tanahashi in 16 minutes and 1 second with a high fly flow on Hanma. Pro Noah card for July 5th. Pro Wrestling Noah presents Great Voyage 2014 in Tokyo, Volume 2. And the event is at 1700 hours in Tokyo at the Ariake Coliseum, which is a Saturday. And the matches are Mitsuhiro Kitamaya and Hitoshi Kumano versus Rocky Lobo and Jinzo. Second match, three-way dance. Hajime Ohara versus Super Crazy versus Quiet Storm. Match number 3, Yoshihiro Takayama Hall and Genba Nagi versus Muhammad Yon and Yasuki Akita Futen. Match number 4, GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Championship match. 21st champion Yoshinari Ogawa and Zack Sabre Jr. versus the challengers of Taiji Ishimori and Atsushi Katoji in their second title defense. Match number 5 scheduled, GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship match. 27th champion Yasuki Harada versus challenger Kino Michinoku in his third title defense. Match number 6 special tag match, Akitoshi Saito and Katsuhiko Nakajima in the Diamond Ring versus Hiroki Goto from NJPW and Katsuyori Shibata from Free. And match number 7, special singles match, Maybach Taniguchi versus Yasuki Sakimoto. Match number 8, GHC Tag Championship match, 31st champions, Dangan Yankees, Takashi Sugiura and Masato Tanaka versus the challenger, TMDK, Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes in their first title defense. And your main event, your GHC Heavyweight Championship match, 21st champion Yuji Nagata from NJPW versus the challengers, Naomichi Marufuji in the 5th title defense. And your 629 results from NJPW, Kazuna Road 2014 at the Korakuen Hall in Tokyo. Sold out arena, 2015 spectators. Match number 1, Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask 4 and Mascara Dorada versus Bushi Yohei, Kamatsu and Fuego. Winner of the match, Dorado, in 6 minutes 29 seconds following a tornillo on Kamatsu. Match number 2, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Satoshi Kojima and Ryusuke Gucci versus Yuji Nagata, Manabu Nakanishi and Captain New Japan. Winner of the match, Kojima, 9 minutes 5 seconds with a lariat on Captain. Match number 3, Toru Yano and Yoshihashi versus Minoru Suzuki and Takahashi Iizuka. Winner of the match, Yano, 10 minutes 4 seconds with foul on Iizuka. Match number 4, Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma versus Hiroki Goto and Katsuyori Shibata. Winning the match, Goto in 10 minutes 29 seconds with a Shouten Kai on Hanma. Match number 5, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kushida and Alex Shelley versus Tetsuya Naito, Kota Ibushi and El Desperado. Winner of the match, Desperado, 10 minutes 56 seconds with a Taigata. How do you pronounce that? Taigatame on Shelly. Match number 6, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kazuchika Okada, Rocky Romero, and Alex Kozlov versus Bad Luck Fail, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, and Tapatonga. Winner of the match, Anderson in 14 minutes 33 seconds, following Magic Killer on Romero. Never Open Championship match. Third champion, Tomohiro Ishii versus challenger Yujiro Takahashi. Winner of the match, Yujiro in 21 minutes 48 seconds following the Miami Shine. Ishii falls on his 5th title defense. Yujiro comes the 4th generation champion. And that concluded that one. PWG Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll event from 6/29 for June 29th. Result: a title changed hands, but none of that matters when one of your favorite wrestlers dresses as a lady. So Mystery Vortex 2 comes out and went without a much storyline wise to speak of. Neither Kevin Steen or Drake Younger were around, and they were tending to circumstances they could not control and had to miss the show. So no biggie, and while I didn't say it in my review, I feel like their lack of presence damaged the show ever so slightly. Even in the ring action was top notch. It's still a fantastic show. The show was ridiculous card. Had a ridiculous card, and even though Mystery Vortex 2 was indeed great, I found myself anticipating this one a lot more. Will it live up? Tune in for the results. Right now, Roger Strong versus Brian Cage. We haven't seen Cage in singles action in a few months, a few shows. As he and Michael Elgin tore it up with the GTUSA guys, but I'm glad he's back doing singles stuff. Roddy had a forgettable affair with Anthony Nese at the last show, so hopefully he picks up here. Brian Cage has gotten rid of the bloated bodybuilder look in favor of the oh shit, that guy does steroids extremely well look. Roddy came out ridiculously hot, and the crowd was ridiculously loud as well, and I'm happy with that so far. I'd be happier if Taco Bell didn't fuck up the burrito I'm eating, but they did that, and you can't win them all. From the reporter, as he said, Brian got the upper hand outside and hit the effing machine suplex on Roddy to a huge pop. Cage hit the world backbreaker. Much to the approval of this really eager crowd, the guys are louder than usual. Brian Cage pulled off a flawless 818. How can you not love this dude? He catches Roddy coming in with a Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Then he catches Roddy off with a crossbody and curled him, but Roddy countered into a small package. Then Brian countered into a deadlift vertical suplex. Holy crap, this match is awesome so far. Brian Cage misses a graceful double jump moonsault, and both are down. Roddy comes at him with a mean chop. In the corner, Roddy hits a fast trio of forearms, but he can't get him up for the backbreaker. He cracks Brian with a drop kick and gets the closer fall. Cage countered a running forearm into a pop-up power slam for a close 2 count. Cage catches Roddy in midair with a suplex, but Roddy countered with a backstabber. Cage hit a fun flex sort of move for a 2 count, but Roddy's landing was a bit wonky. Roddy recovered enough to get annihilated by a lariat. Roddy brains Cage with a knee for a 2 count right into a stronghold. Cage comes back with a backbreaker. Sister Abigail combo for a 2 count. Roderick hits death by Roderick and hits the sick kick. Roddy wins at the 12-minute mark. 1.5 star, or 3.5 stars. I don't really see why they had Roderick get the win here, considering he's more of a gatekeeper than anything, but I don't suppose it matters enough to debate any further, especially since this match was really, really cool. They started off hot and they didn't let up, and the hot crowd ate it up. With him more happy for them even more. I think if Brian Cage doesn't weigh himself down with muscle mass, he's a really good worker, and it showed there. I hope he gets another big opportunity because he flourished with his last push. For the second show in a row, PWG starts off their show in a tremendous fashion. Then we get AR Fox versus Rich Swann. It's odd to see these guys in tags or trios matches, but I guess these things need a little changing up. Can't say I'm against it. Swann dances a little bit and pisses Mr. Fox off with head games afterwards. We get the good old feeling out process. Fox takes a retardedly amazing bump off of the drop kick. AR Fox either cares about fans too much or he's going through a really entertaining depression. He murders Swann with an imploding senton to the floor. He takes control of Rich in the ring and destroys him with a reverse STO and shell shock. I remember when Ryback was awesome. Shawn kills Fox with a tornado DDT. Swann back kicks Fox in the face mid-run and hits a hopping Rana off the top rope. I'm a such mark for guys who can do that move. A standing Fox flash scores for Swann, but only for a near fall. Fox misses a low maintain, but hits a Blue Thunder bomb for a 2 count. He misses a 450 splash and dives in the hands of, or the legs, I guess, of a Swann scissor kick. Fox gets the feet up and on Swann, Fox flash and gets a small package for a 2 count. Fox hits a corkscrew brainbuster after a snazzy counter sequence and hops up for a 450 splash. Swann kicks out. Swann spits a ridiculous loogie at Fox and earns a kick to the face for his trouble. They trade pins by like madmen for 20 seconds. And Swann kills Fox with a lethal injection for a 2 count. Swann soccer kicks Fox and hits a Phoenix Splash to win in 14 minutes match. 3.5 stars. This wasn't as good as it had the potential to be. But then again, it's only the second match of the show, so you can't be expecting too much to burn out the crowd. So for its place in the card, so this was perfect. But these guys before intermission, though, I'm sure they could cook up something even crazier. Best Friends versus the world's cutest tag team. This cannot be anything but drop dead awesome, and I won't accept anything else. I assume Candice and Joey are fucking real life. If so, Joey might be the de facto heel of the match. Based on that, Chucky isn't sure he wants to fight a woman. And he says, I'm from the great state of Kentucky, and my mother told me never to put my hands on a woman. He tells Trent to do it because he's just too much of a gentleman. What a guy. The crowd busted to a fantastic equal rights chant. Candice tags in Joy, which the crowd doesn't like. They want Candice, but Joey doesn't let no hoe bring him down. And there's my first misogynistic comment of the night from the reporter. This finally got underway between Joey and Trent with the usual. Joey makes the crowd happy by tagging Candice in, and Chucky tells Trent not to fight back. Trent nearly body slams her, but his best friends all know that won't work. Chucky finally tags in and apologizes as he puts in an arm wringer that allows Candice to reverse. Chucky almost body slams her, but thinks better and lets Candice have her way with him. I mean, he never said that he wouldn't do that with her. Joey comes back in and the best friends do their normal for a little bit. Chucky hits the great Tope Atomico, and then Joey comes back and Candice, who murders Trent with a diving Rana. Candice makes Chuck spear his own partner, and Joey throws her into a tornado DDT on Trent. Chucky gasps or pulls her hair to break up the pin. Candace slapped Chucky, who then walks out seemingly to get away from the situation. Trent tells Candace to go get him, but earns him a violence party in the corner. But Chuck Taylor comes out in drag. I'm not sure how to react to this, but I think we love it. He drop kicks Candace and gives her the violent party. Kevin Steen is uncontrollably laughing on commentary. Splash Mountain by Transvestite Chuck. And Tope con Hilo. Candace plants Chucky with a tornado DDT and runs him onto Trent outside. Joey hits crossbody on Chucky for a 2 count. And follows up with a missile drop. Trent follows up with a missile drop kick on Joey for 2. Trent looks for a back pile driver, but Candace drop kicks him into a Yoshi tonic. Chucky murders Candace with a delayed awful waffle. Joey breaks it up. Trent hits Joey with a Basaku knee. And Chucky follows up with a double stomp to the back. They look for the best friend choke slam, but end up kissing somehow. And Joey Ryan gives Chuck Taylor a boobplex, and Candace gives Trent a reverse Rana to win the match in 17 minutes. And you get 3.5 stars for that. The rating isn't so much for the wrestling. Alex Koslov versus Rocky Romero. Forever Hooligans explode. I don't really like these guys singles matches, but hopefully the PWG crowd gives them something to spruce it up. Koslov bitches Romero out of a handshake, and Romero thinks they're doing the LOL. Nope, we're making up things. Only to eat a mean punch from his shitty friend. Koslov tries to make it up to his buddy with a handshake, but to no avail. It's slow going from there. Romero ties himself up in the rope to try to fake out his partner, but Alex sees that. Has seen that before, and drop kicks him to the floor. He goes out to the floor on him, hitting the light fixture on the way down. Why give these guys so much time? This is not fun to watch. So, how many times can you put on the cross arm breaker without a variation or good counter? They're doing Kyle O'Reilly style in a much more hackneyed and boring way. Rocky Romero wins with a cross arm breaker in an 18-minute match. ACH versus Ricochet. If there's a God, he showed up at the right time. This is going to be godly. ACH tries to shake opponent's hand, but Ricochet brings him in for a headlock. ACH leaps on out to the top rope and arm dragged him out of the ring. Ricochet one-up him by backflipping him out of an arm wringer. And then ACH gets out of the way of a potential dive. ACH taunted Ricochet's shoulder blocking streak. And ACH comes back with another one of his own. That disrespects, that Ricochet disrespects it with a kip up. The flips, these guys are just doing stupidly good. Good psychology with the one-upmanship deal they have going on after too much athleticism for my brain's sake. ACH drop kicks Ricochet out of the ring and hits an Air Jordan. Then they get heated with Psych Exchange. 450 from ACH. Ricochet kicks out. Good lord. ACH puts Ricochet's dead ass on the top rope and looks for an imploding Tiger Driver, but Ricochet hits the 630. That's it in an awesome 21-minute match. Of course, these guys are the two to be the first to hit the 4-star territory in the show. They're from that snooze fest of a last match, and these two are just the two guys to do it. ACH needs to be world champion somewhere by the time 2015 comes around, so ends, because there's no way this guy isn't going to be one of the best wrestlers in the world by then. Hell, he's one of the better ones out there now. Imagine him a year or so, even more seasoning. And of course, Ricochet is probably in the top 5 as well when it comes to pure talent on the independent scene, and his work in PWG and what I've seen And DG, USA, and Evolve say that for me, top notch effort for both guys. Yet it felt like they only got to about half of what they were capable of and earned the 4-star rating for the night. Kevin Steen and the Young Bucks versus Cedric Alexander, Trevor Lee, and Johnny Gargano. I'll cut to the chase on this one. And Steen took the mic. The finish of the match, Gargano countered a package pile driver mid moonsault. Jesus Christ on a commented by a crutch. One more bang for your buck later, and Mount Rushmore wins it in a 19-minute match. Another 4 stars. Steen takes the mic, and the crowd thinks it's his farewell speech. Steen says he's going to be honest and put everybody over who's gone to WWE from PWG. Steen says it's true. He's going to IHOP after the show. It wasn't a farewell speech. Steen is wrestling Trevor Lee at 11. But you'd have to think if it were giving the guy a send-off, it better be more organized than that, right? And knockout and submission only match for PWE World Title. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. These guys face off at Matt Rushmore after Kyle won Bola. But Mount Rushmore prevented Kyle from getting a fair fight. He gets a rematch here. And I'll go to the right to the finish of it. As Kyle put on a guillotine while Knox recovered. And here comes the rest of the Rick Knox. The roster clears the ring. Clears out the ring to clear them. Candace and Joey each with a kick. Kyle gets rid of them and gets a running drop kick from the apron onto Mount Rushmore. Cole stiffs him with a super kick. Kyle gives no check, the no move, an ankle lock by Cole. Kyle got out and hit 2 brain busters. Brian Danielson stomps. Triangle choke. Cole taps. We have a new champion 26 minutes later, and Kyle O'Reilly wins the PWG belt. 4.5 stars for that match. And Kyle gives his obligatory speech, and I'm glad that he made it. Just I think he could have stood to never see this guy again in 2 years. It goes to show what hard work can do for you. And that concludes the event for these particular events up until the 26th, I believe. Thanks again. Peace out. God bless. See you one way to be up. By the way, if you didn't know, you better call me, bro.